You guys are being annoying. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Marissa Thornton, aka Makeup by Marissa Ann, and today I put together a little video on cheap little like makeup hacks and stuff like that to get a full glam makeup look. So we got Drugstore, all Drugstore, and I'll show you how to do like little cheap hacks so you can save your bucks. So yeah. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram. It is Makeup by Marissa Ann. And let's just jump right into the video. So first, I'm going to prime my skin like always. And I'm going to be using the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, which is $6.99. And this e.l.f. Blemish Control Face Primer, which is $2.99. And those are both at Ulta and like drugstores. So I'm first gonna use the pore filler on my nose and really press it in with my fingers to now warm up the product and really make sure it gets set into my skin. And then I'm going to take, which is a little dirty, my e.l.f. Blemish Control and put that on my put that on my finger and just rub this around like the exterior points of my face. I already also did moisturize. I used the Garnier Skin Active Moisture Balm, which is at the drugstore. I'm not sure price on that. I think it was like $12 or $14-ish or something in that area. So next, sorry, my ear is really bad. And if you can see movement around here, I apologize if that bugs you. We're putting away our Christmas ornaments and stuff. But next, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Superstay Foundation, and I am in the shade Classic Ivory. This is $11.99 at Ulta. If that's like a stretch for you in drugstore, they have sales going on all the time. Like right now, this is like buy one get a product 50% off or something like that. So they always have sales on drugstore items like this. And I'm going to take my L'Oreal sponge. I think this is like $8 or $9. I forgot to look that up. So I just put a couple pumps on my skin and I'm just gonna blend this out all over my face. Alright, so now that that's all blended in, this is a really nice full coverage. I would say like medium to full buildable coverage, but it's really nice. It's matte, if you're looking for that. And then if you're looking for a drugstore dewy foundation, there's the Infallible Pro Glow, which I think is like around $10. I can't find it, but I was gonna use that today, but it oxidizes on my skin, so I need to get a shade lighter. So that's why I use this one, because this is my like a really good shade match for me. So yeah, so next the brows, and this is the, actually where's my, I got this cute little rag with M on it. Oops, sorry, with M on it to clean up my messes. But anyways, I digress. Next is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit, and this is $3.99, and I found this at Ulta. And they've got a, here I'll open it up, they've got a wax here, and then this brown powder shade, and then this dark brown black powder shade, and then it comes with a brush, so I'll use that brush, and then a tiny little pair of tweezers, which I think are adorable. So I'm just gonna do my brows really quick. Okay, so now that the brows are done, this is a really good powder. It's really pigmented and easy to work with. The only issue is this tiny little brush that it comes with. It doesn't have a spoolie, and the brush is really hard to use. So if you had a couple extra bucks, that like e.l.f. has a good eyebrow brush, which is like $1 or $2. So I would probably invest in one of those, but for the purposes of this video, I just used that. So next we're gonna go in with concealer, and both of these I'm gonna use this to conceal and then this to contour with. So this is the Maybelline Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer, and this is $9, $8.99. So the only thing I don't like about this, it's really good coverage. It's almost a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. The only thing I don't like is it's like a tube squeeze thingy, and it gets a little messy. So, but other than that, it's a really nice product. It doesn't crease on me, which is always good because I typically crease a lot. So I just put that on the high points of my face, or where I highlight and needed some concealing. And a little dupe, or not dupe, a little like trick is you can use your concealer as an eyeshadow base. So all I did was take some extra concealer that I had on my sponge and just put it on my eyes to use that as like a primer for my eyelids and eyeshadow to make it stay longer and better. So I'm going to do the same over here. And then just blend the rest of this in. And it blends out super easily. And then I'll just like take the extra and put it on my forehead. But it just looks really nice on the skin. Yeah, I really like this. I actually don't use it as much because I use my Tarte Shape Tape. But that just really concealed nice. So I will definitely be switching back and forth with that. So next is the Master Conceal in the darker shade, which is medium. So I'm just gonna take a few dots right here. I could actually probably be in a darker shade than this, but oh well. So we just put some on my cheeks right here and on my forehead, and actually that's probably gonna be way too light for me. Yeah, you can't even see it. That's like my skin tone. So I'm just gonna blend this out and go in with another Drugstore one quick, because that was like my skin tone. So I'll just pull out this Maybelline Fit Me one that I use a lot, and LA Girl has really good concealers. The Pro Conceal, they're really good. Fit Me, I think this is like $6 or $7. I'm not positive, but this is darker, so I'm just gonna put a little right here because we are going for the glam look, so I really want my cheeks to be chiseled. So I'm just gonna blend that out. All right, so that's a little better if you can see. So next it is, let me cross this out, setting my powder, or setting my concealer. So I don't really have, where'd it go? LA Girl has the Pro powder. It is a high definition setting powder, and it is this, oh, this is the one I hadn't opened. Hold on. I have two of these, and I just grabbed the one that I wasn't open. So here's the powder. It's this really fine white powder. If you can see it, I don't know if it'll adjust, but gonna be honest, I don't like this because it has a ton of flashback and I'm always taking pictures and stuff. So I do have this CoverGirl True Blend Press Powder in translucent, and it looks like this. And I'm gonna use this to set my concealer under my eyes. So I'm just gonna take my beauty blender, which technically it's not good to do this, but for our sake we will. And I'm just gonna press this right in where I put all that highlighting concealer, just to really set it, make sure it doesn't crease or move around. All right, so now that that's all set, and this is $6.99, we're gonna move on to bronzer, and this is my favorite bronzer. It is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and it is $14.99, which is quite a bit of a stretch for drugstore. $15 is pretty a hefty price, but Physicians Formula is always on sale and has like buy one get one half off and stuff like that. So if you wanted to wait to get it at a cheaper price, you could. But I'm just gonna use my e.l.f. brush. This is, I didn't look up the prices on my brushes, but they're all pretty cheap. I use basically BH Cosmetic brushes. I have a couple Morphe, but I won't use them for today's video. But BH Cosmetics is a very cheap brand, but also has very good stuff. Their brush sets are like 15 bucks or 20 bucks, so definitely check them out if you want to get good brushes. e.l.f. has good brushes as well. Wet n Wild has brushes. So those are the ones that I use. But I'm just bronzing up my face to add some color back into it. And this is super easy to use. It smells so good. And I love this. So next we have, I'm going to contour, and I use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette. This also has a highlight shade in it, but I wanted to just show you another option. This highlight shade is really good. It's super creamy, and I like this too. So I'm just going to take this shade with another e.l.f. brush. This is the small tapered brush, and just really go into those cheeks to chisel it out even more. Alright, so now I'm going to highlight my nose, and I'm going to use this same thing, palette, and where's my brush for it? I'm just going in with a Color Revolution brush. I'm not sure where or when I got this, but I really like it for nose contouring. So we're just going to do a soft nose contour today. Well, I say that, but okay, so now that that's good, we're almost done with the face, and that is $4.99, which is a really good price for two really good powders. So that's really good. And all of this stuff you can find, all the stuff I mentioned so far, you can find on Ulta and the drugstore, like Kmart, Walgreens, Rite Aid, that kind of thing. So next I'm going to go in with blush, and I'm going, if I can find it, where the hell did I put it? Did I put it back? Yeah, I put it back. I'm going to use the Milani Powder Blush, and this is in the shade 08T Rose. I really like this. Another good option is this e.l.f. little blush palette. If you're looking for a cheap little palette with more colors, this is good. I think that's like 10 bucks, so that's good as well. But I really like this one. This one is $7.99, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush, which is also drugstore, and put some rosiness to my face. This is a really good color. I really like this color. We're going to highlight with the Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Gold. This is $9.99, and this is so good. It's better than some of my high-end ones I have. So I'm going to take the EcoTools fan brush. I usually use a Real Techniques brush, but I just started getting back into fan brushing for my highlight, and I've really been liking how it looks. So I'm just gonna put this on the high points of my face. See, that glow is so good. So good. And on my Cupid's bow, point on my nose and the bridge, and then a little on the chin, and that's just super pretty. So now I'm just going to set the face quick using my Maybelline Master Fix Water Boosting Setting Spray. That has a really good mist to it, and it does make the makeup last a little longer. So onto the eyes, and I already put the base down, so that's good. So here, I have this CoverGirl True Naked Roses palette, which is $9.99, and it comes with 8 colors, 8 shadows, and they're really good. And then I also got this in an Ipsy bag. It is Pixie by Petra, which is a drugstore brand. I couldn't find a price on this duo, but when I did look it up, they had a 6 shade of these, and that was $12. So this is really good price as well. So I'm gonna go in with both of those to get a glam look. But first, I'm going to take my bronzer. This is a neat little trick if you want to save some money. Is take a bronzer and go in with a blending brush and use your bronzer as your transition shade. And I'm just gonna put it all over my lid too to set that concealer down, because it is starting to crease. My eyes crease a lot. So just a neat little trick to use your bronzer as a transition shade if you are trying to save some money and don't want to spend money on a palette. If you like the single shadows, which I have some here from Wet n Wild, like these single shadows. If you liked one, you could just pick up one of those and use your bronzer as a transition shade. But I'm just gonna blend this out into my crease. Okay, so now that that's blended in, you could for like another little hack thing, you could take your highlighter, if you have a highlighter, and just take a like flat brush, if I can get one. This one's from e.l.f. It is the eyeshadow brush. You could just take this and apply this all over the lid and then use it as your inner corner highlight and brow highlight, and you're good to go. You don't really need a separate eyeshadow palette, but for today's purposes, I just wanted to use one, just, you know, for those people that do have palettes and stuff like that. But another thing, you could use this as an eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go in with this Roses palette with another blending brush, which all these brushes are also that I will be using are from BH Cosmetics. I got them on Amazon for like 12 or 15 bucks or something like that. And I'm going to go into this shade, and use that as like blend it right into my crease. And these shades are really nice drugstore palettes. That didn't make any sense. These are really nice drugstore palettes, and they have pretty shades in them that blend out really easily and are just really nice to use. When I was in away at college, I used to use this all the time before I got like into the higher makeup and stuff. This was like my go-to palette for everything. So yeah. And next I'm going to go in with the Pixie by Petra one. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to take this dense little, not packer brush, but like little dome shaped brush. And I'm going to tap into this maroon shade. And I'm just going to pack that on the outside corner. Okay, so now that that's packed on the outside corner, I'm going to take the shade in that with a flat brush. And this is also from e.l.f. And e.l.f. brushes are really cheap. They're like $2 or something like that. This is the Orchid Ornament little duo palette. So I just wet my brush with the my setting spray. If you want to like really amplify the pigment, this is a neat little trick to do. So I'm going to go into this little champagne-y shade and then just pack that right on the inner corner. Ooh, that's really pretty. Okay, so I kind of took it like to 2/3 of my eyelid. So I'm going to go back in with that blending brush that I used and just pick up a little more of that shadow and just blend out so we don't have any harsh lines. And then I'm going to take it on my lower lash line as well. And I'm going to take this e.l.f. little detail brush and go in with that same shade and just drag that underneath my lower lash line. Alright, and that is what the eyes look like. And now I'm going to, you could, if you wanted to, you could take that same shade on your inner corner and brow bone to highlight. But I'm going to go back to this Roses palette and use this first shade in here as my inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight. So I'm just going to take an Eco Tools brush and highlight my brow bone and my inner corner. So now I'm going to go off camera quick and apply liner, mascara, and lashes. And the liner I'm going to use today is the NYX Liquid Black Liner. I always use this. This is $6.99 and you can find it at Ulta. And then the lashes I'm going to go in with are these Ardell lashes and the single ones. The single ones are like $4.99. And then they do have the variety pack with 5 lashes in it for $12.99. And Ardell lashes are really good. I really like them. And then the mascara I'm going to use is Voluminous Lash Paradise, and this is $9.99. You can find it at the drugstore and Ulta as well. So I will be right back to finish off this look for you guys. Okay guys, so this is the final look. The lashes I used are pretty dramatic. They're like the double up ones. Ardell does have a lot of different varieties of them. I just went with these ones today, but they do have a lot of other ones. The lipstick I went in with is from Rimmel, and it is like the Kate one in shade 47, and this is around $5. I also used the Duo Lash Glue, which you can find at the drugstore, and this is like $6. So yeah, and then I just went in and finished off with my spray, and this is the completed look. You know, glam look, but cheap. And yeah, so I hope you guys like this video. Yeah, we're done, I suppose. So make sure to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, Makeup by Marissa Ann, and I hope you guys have a good day or night or wherever you guys are, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.